More than 10,000 people a week are released from America's jails and prisons with the hope of starting a new life.
But according to the U.S. Department of Justice, most ex-offenders will be rearrested within 3 years, and during that time, about half will return to prison.
A program through Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Louisiana is working to change this statistic.
And it's helping those who've been behind bars find success after their release.
Do the windows.
From top to bottom,
We do the door jams,
inside and out,
check the floor.
Tony Brown takes pride in making sure every vehicle he touches
I always make sure it's straight.
is perfect.
Now it's official Jerry Lane vehicle.
Tony works in the pre-delivery inspection department at this Baton Rouge car dealership.
We inspect the cars and get them ready before the customer get them.
Tony takes pride in his work and is grateful to have a job. In fact, he's never missed a day.
All it takes is one bad choice.
Before landing this position, he spent nearly 25 years behind bars, 8 years for robbery. Then 2 years after his release, he was convicted of cruelty to a juvenile and served another 14 years.
So what was it like walking back into that place the second time with more time to serve?
It was like a walk of shame.
Unfortunately, Tony's path is not unique. According to the U.S. Department of Justice Bureau of Justice Statistics report published in 2018, 68% of prisoners released were arrested within 3 years, 83% within 9 years.
September the 10th.
But for people like Tony, there is hope of breaking that cycle. Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Louisiana's reintegration program, or GRIP for short, offers training, mentoring, employment services, and case management that begins while participants are still behind bars.
And that's the thing, you gotta want this more than you want anything else in your life. You gotta want to change.
Goodwill case managers and career navigators go into correctional facilities to meet with inmates 6 months prior to their scheduled release.
All the young kids is doing stupid stuff.
If they agree to participate in the program, the inmates start to discuss the future and what it will take to get back on their feet.
It may not seem like they're listening, but they are.
They identify what barriers the individual might have. They help to develop a plan based on what the individual believes life is going to be like whenever they get out.
Sometimes the reality of starting over is more complicated than expected. Goodwill offers what they call wraparound services, meeting people where they are and supplying their immediate needs.
And you stay with us for 3 more months, and we'll help you get your GED high set if you don't have it.
It often begins with finding a place to live and a job, but can extend far beyond that.
And sometimes they need assistance with transportation. Sometimes they need assistance with childcare. Sometimes they need to get things off of their record like fines and fees.
Removing these barriers helps former inmates move forward and become self-sufficient, reliable employees. A report from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce states, stable jobs for the formerly incarcerated reduce recidivism and benefit society. The Chamber adds the unemployment rate for people who have been incarcerated hovers around 30%, much higher than the national unemployment rate, around 4%. To combat those numbers, Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Louisiana partners with 200 agencies and businesses that provide counseling, legal support, and most importantly, employment for people with a criminal record.
Because our track record is so good with our recidivism rate, and we can come back to the same people if they need more people, we have a track record of supplying them with people who are good employees.
We don't never ever talk about ourselves.
Good employees who started off as Goodwill students.
So now I gotta sit back and think before I act.
This is work readiness training, where participants learn communication skills, self-awareness, and workplace ethics, skills that may need redevelopment after years of incarceration.
There's a lot of things you have to learn, so I went through the class.
For Gerald Jarrell, that was 40 years at Angola, the state penitentiary in Louisiana. The now 68-year-old works cleanup at a New Orleans bakery.
It's important to be able to get a job and be able to keep it.
How grateful are you to Goodwill?
I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. It's really hard to explain, but I'm really grateful, and I thank God for allowing me to go to that program to get me to where I'm at today.
leading a productive life free of crime and the consequences that come with it.
Just to stand out from everybody else.
Part of what makes this program so successful are mentors who understand.
They've walked the walk, so they can really provide some guidance as to what these people who are coming out behind them really need.
We don't judge. We treat them all the same from day one. And I think that just makes a difference in somebody having the confidence in them.
You're gonna need help. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Back at the car dealership, Tony Brown has big plans for the years he has left as a free man. He wants to make sure others don't make the same mistakes he did.
I prayed, I put it in my mind, and I put it on my heart. And I said, whatever I have to do when I get out, I'm gonna do it. I said, I done tried it wrong. Why not try it right for a change?
From a model prisoner, he says, to a model citizen.
Because I didn't get in any trouble, and I figured, well, if I can do it there, I ought to be able to do it out here.
Proving that second chances can pay off in a positive way. Goodwill leaders say they are often the first stop for people just released from jail, sometimes seeing them before former inmates visit their families. Anyone who has been incarcerated qualifies for GRIP and can receive support services as long as they need it.
Been doing the same thing for years.
Some participants even become program instructors. Kanisha B. has been locked up multiple times for physical violence. Now she's no longer a fighter, but a teacher. After Goodwill anger management classes sparked a change in her attitude, she's now giving back.
That's why I love what I do, because I feel like I've been in these same shoes, so I have to help this person. I feel like it's something that I have to do. I have to help them, because somebody helped me and gave me a second chance.
There are hundreds of reentry programs like GRIP at the federal, state, and local levels operating through government agencies, nonprofits, and private organizations to help formerly incarcerated people find work. Many are often supported by federal and state dollars. Goodwill relies heavily on the sale of donated goods to benefit GRIP and its workforce development operation. One thing that seemed to be clear is that every former inmate was so grateful to have this program and to just get back to work and back on their feet.
And get a second chance, or in some cases, what, a third chance.
Yeah.
But they're all very productive and doing well.
Yes.
Very nice.